Hello and welcome to my video progress report on the Art of the Start, chapters 1 through 8. I'm going to go over some of the main ideas from each chapter, explain what stood out to me, and share how these ideas actually make sense for real business situations. Chapter 1, Make Meaning. The first chapter talks about how every startup should begin by making meaning, not just making money. Kawasaki says that meaning creates long-term motivation. The three types of meaning that stuck out with me were increasing quality of life, fixing something that's broken, or preventing something bad. These really made me rethink how businesses actually start, because starting something with meaning can create a mission people actually care about. Chapter 2, Make a Mantra. Kawasaki states that mission statements are usually long, boring, and nobody really remembers them. Instead, he says companies need a mantra, something short and simple. My takeaway from this was that a mantra forces you to stay focused. It's quick, memorable, and guides decision-making better than a long statement that no one actually reads or remembers. Chapter 3, Get Going. This chapter says the best way to start a business is to just start. Don't overthink things or plan too much. Build a prototype, test it, get feedback, and make it better. Kawasaki emphasizes that early momentum really matters more than any kind of perfect idea. That stood out to me because a lot of people, like myself, get stuck planning things instead of actually doing them. Chapter 4, Define Your Business Model. This chapter breaks down how a company will make money. Kawasaki pushes founders to answer simple but very specific questions. Who is your customer? What value are you giving them? And how much will they pay? He also says to keep the business model flexible because it will evolve as you learn more about the real world. Chapter 5, Weave a Mat. MAT, M-A-T, stands for Milestones, Assumptions, and Tasks. This chapter explains that a new business must clearly know 1. Their major milestones they must achieve, 2. Their assumptions that might end up being wrong, and 3. The tasks needed to move forward. My reflection was that MAT, M-A-T, helps break a big idea into something that's easier to take action on and more realistic. Chapter 6 and 7. Niche Thyself and the Art of Pitching. One of the most interesting parts of these chapters was the idea of finding a niche where you offer both high value and uniqueness. Kawasaki calls it the value unique graph. You want to avoid being either generic or too expensive without a specific reason. In Chapter 7, Kawasaki explains how to pitch your idea to investors or partners. The most helpful part I found was the 10-20-30 rule. 10 slides, 20 minutes, and 30-point font. The 30-point font really helps keep the presentation clear, direct, and almost impossible to overload with too much text. Chapter 8, The Art of Writing a Business Plan. In this chapter, he explains that business plans should be short, flexible, and focused on the essentials. The problem, your solution, your business model, your competition, and your stood out to me is that Kawasaki said that business plans are more useful for thinking than predicting the future, because real life changes faster once you start things. Overall, these 8 chapters gave me a more realistic idea of how businesses truly get started. Well, that concludes my progress report video. Thank you very much for watching.